advisory, in even audit and then tax areas, right? But how to harness all of this information and also the tools, right? Be it blockchain, AI, RPA, any of them, but to really harness those opportunities and to then take them to our clients.
Yeah, think about it. It's changing profession. It's about the changing profession today. We all want to remain relevant in the profession, right? So audit, traditional, this is other stuff. I mean, it's creating opportunities in cybersecurity, all of that about the data. So again, it has opportunities written all over it.
Yeah, and I look at it lately of like a lot of stuff we're getting into, there's no more like a debit and credit. Like,
yeah, you're right.
We're
there's no more double-sided accounting.
Yeah,
what's going on with that?
Blockchain, advisory work, cryptocurrency, cybersecurity.
Yeah,
there is no more.
We're into debits and credits in that.
Thank you.
Right.
That was those boring stuff anyway.
It was. Right? It was.
That's the challenge we face. How do we expand
T accounts? So much. T accounts, man.
Yeah,
come on,
I still use T accounts.
I have a T account tattoo right here. Actually.
What's really sick is that's probably true.
Yeah, we'll see that later. There's an after party. Dr. Sean might get a little excited. So, and with them, you guys have been really great about pivoting to the advisory. What do you think has helped you as a firm pivot so well?
Yeah, see. I know we pissed the audit guys off by moving them over here. It's not that it's less relevant, but advisory. We want to be known as a advisory services firm that also does tax and audit work.
Sure.
I mean, that's the way we lead. We are the trusted advisors, right? And as trusted advisors, our clients us that they're buying from other providers, like what? Like cybersecurity work. Instead of going to the IT guy down, let me go to my CPA once I know my CPA is offering that type of service. And that's true with anything in advisory services, whether it's outsourced to client accounting services. We have fancy names. We call it our CFO transformation group. We have our Withum workflow group. Those are two groups that do outsourced accounting. But we're doing data analytics, predictive analytics, all that stuff that clients are buying from others that they're now buying from us. So it's amazing when you find out what your clients are willing to buy from you in the advisory space.
Yeah, and so basically it's that brand, right? Of a trusted advisor, of a CPA partner, and then sort of harnessing that to build all of these new business lines off of it, right? We aren't going to augment or then make obsolete our core role as that trusted business partner. All we're doing is we're adding.
Oh, absolutely. People say, hey, is tax going away? Is audit going away? Absolutely not. It's not going away. It's going to change. And that's what we have to know. Machines, yes, are going to do the jobs that are the manual tasks that we do today. Why should we be doing those manual tasks? Let's put us in the role of being the great advisor is where we should be. So, our roles in audit and tax will change, creating new opportunities, and those opportunities being created will be advisory opportunities for firms. So remain relevant today, and in the future, you want to do it by shifting your gears and your focus into more of an advisor's role.
And I think Withum's done an amazing job with talking about branding and the thought leadership, because you've got you've got Tony Nitty, you've got Ed, you've got a ton of thought leaders where you're not just one firm with one voice. You've got a lot of voices that cover a range of things.
Yeah, well, you know what it is. A firm like ours at Withum, they really embrace this. They embrace change, and that is the struggle that we have in our profession: is getting partners in firm, let's say legacy firms, to embrace change. Once you can get past that, getting your partners to embrace change, the sky is the limit. So that's where you have individuals that become thought leaders in this space. You have individuals that become experts in certain areas. And then the firm sort of changes its revenue model and says, you know what, let's focus on this. Like I said, we're all into advisory. We do everything on advisory. We know.
It has to be that leading.
It has to be. It has to. The firm needs to embrace it. Partners in firms need to say, I'm willing to change. Yeah, it's still hard to change.
And it's just tough. And it's amazing to see when you start talking to clients. Anytime you talk to a client, a business owner, they don't necessarily want to talk about their taxes. They want to talk about their taxes from the short standpoint of how do I pay as little as possible.
Absolutely right.
And to done on time correctly.
You can't really expand much upon that.
It's commodity, man.
I
told you earlier, it's a race to the bottom. I hate to say it's a race to the bottom of our profession, because what happens is on the commodity pieces, you're competing against every other firm in town. There's big firms, there's small firms. Some firms have less overhead, so they'll do it for less of a cost. You have that same thing on the audit, on compilations, on reviews, on tax work. Think out of the box and other stuff that is not the commodity. Show the value. Show your clients how you can advise them to run their businesses more profitably, make more money in their space. Show them, give them knowledge about the business that they don't already have.
Yeah, I like to tie it back to, like, if you do their tax return or their audit,
yeah,
they're happy and they'll pay the fee.
Yeah.
But if you do the advisor work and you truly solve a problem,
yeah,
like, they'll hug you for it.
Yeah, absolutely.
Like
it's like you're handcuffed to the client for life,
like,
man.
oh my
Absolutely.
God, like, you took a weight off my shoulders.
Yes.
Every day was stressful running my business.
Client for life.
And now, like, oh my God, like, you've changed my life.
Yeah.
Client for life.
You help them solve a real business problem.
Which isn't the tax return.
It's not the tax return. Tax return, quite frankly, machines could do tax returns. We know that. They're scanning.
They are already.
They are, exactly, they are. In fact, it's a funny story. So I was talking about, we use this scan and populate technology, right? Yep. So we have some tax returns that there's no human intervention on the return. The source document gets scanned, gets populated in tax software. And so I was talking at a conference over in Denmark, and one of the partners in his firm spoke to me and said, Jim, why are you telling us about this technology? We don't even do tax returns here. You don't do tax returns? No, we don't do tax returns.
Wow.
Because tax returns are all done by machines. And then the citizens get little cards that basically say, well, here's your tax liability. And if it's other than that, you need to say, okay, here's other information. So, it's depending on where you are in the world, machines are already doing many of those tasks. They move past it. So let's not wait. Don't wait for this to happen. Be proactive and start transforming your practice today.
And I love when sometimes I give this talk about this transformation. And partners will challenge and push back of like, no, like, I don't really truly think the audit prices will go down, or the tax prices go down.
And they are.
I know that's basic laws of supply and demand.
Yeah.
Someone, as you said, someone's going to do it cheaper than you.
Absolutely.
Once automation comes in, you might get a little margin bump.
Sure they will.
In the next 2 to 3 years, if you're an early adopter, your audit realization jumps 5-10%.
Yeah, sure.
Maybe
20,
but that's not going to last.
That's right.
Someone else can get to it, and that's that race to the bottom to hit.
It's the buggy whip conversation, right?
It is. That's exactly what it is. But you deal with these conversations from these non-believers, right? These non-believers are like, even the cloud. Well, I'm not going to the cloud. It's the security. There's privacy. Every day I hear about another hack. They're like, Jim, how can you tell me to go to the cloud when there's hacks every single day? Go to the cloud because you can't run away from it. Your data is more secure, I will tell you, in the cloud. Yes, I know Marriott, all the breaches. I know about all of that. I hear them too, but I am still the biggest advocate for the cloud and where we need to go. So, but again, people could be making this argument about anything in our profession today. Anything.
Well, and there's been a number of CPA firm hacks over the past 2 years.
Sure there have.
The hack was a physical hack.
Sure it is.
Someone broke a window. They had all physical files. And all they did was open the files. And they just took pictures. They didn't even have to take them anymore.
Oh, absolutely. Think about this. Think about
the windows, scan the files.
Think about security best practices, right? Our vendors in our space. I've been to some data centers, okay, from some of the largest vendors. I see what goes on. Individuals walk into their data centers. There's lockers. They have to literally check everything that's in their pockets, cell phones, everything. They go through airport type security to go in. How many of your offices have airport type security to go in? Oh, by the way, how many of your interns are walking around with smartphones? All of them, okay? And then how many of those interns get involved in doing tax returns? A lot of them. Could they whip out their smartphones, take pictures of the data? Sure they could. That doesn't go on in a data center. Get to the cloud. I mean, but again, this is the change. We all need to embrace change, understand that it's going to be rocky, there'll be issues, but when you see issues, think about opportunities for your firm. Fraud, security, hey, maybe I need to get into that space. That's why I'm with them. We are this close from sealing a deal on our next acquisition, which is a in the cybersecurity space, and that is
it. For that.
Yeah, absolutely. Real soon, just stay tuned, and you'll see that. And we're making a big splash in that space as well, because that's where CPA firms need to focus on things non-traditional type acquisition. Yeah. Years ago, we were buying all kinds of CPA firms, merging in firms, and that is good. To get a firm and a president, firms will still do that.
And there'll still be that trend, but it's non-traditional.
Because firms want to be in markets they're not in, so they'll do acquisitions to be there. Firms want to acquire a firm that has an expertise that they don't already have. That's had to make a big splash, and we will continue to do that as we have in the past. But you will see, more importantly, forward-thinking firms buying businesses that traditionally were not associated with CPA firms.
If you're watching, you're not with them size, you might not be able to buy somebody. You can partner with a third-party provider.
You can partner with
almost anybody that, in today's age with the gig economy, a firm of one person can pretty much have the same resources.
Absolutely.
As the Big Four.
That's what I tell everyone. That's what I tell everyone.
The playing field is so even and level that you can just be that quarterback, that advisor, and you can outsource literally everything.
Think about
Big Four caliber being one person out of your basement.
Yeah, think about the collaborative technologies that you use in a client accounting practice today. A sole practitioner could use the same exact technologies that the national firms use.
Yeah.
Because it's pay-as-you-go, it's web-based, it's all out there. I mean, it's everyone's on the same playing field. If I'm a sole practitioner, I want to get into cybersecurity, you know what? I find out who in my local area, my town is in the cybersecurity space. I partner with them and say, you know what? Let's do this together. And then maybe they form a practice around that. That's the way to do it. So the kind of stuff that we're talking about, it's not just the big firms anymore. Yeah. It's not, it's the smallest firms, the sole proprietors on Main Street, a very competitive advisory practice.
Yeah, to really grow their firm is something
And this year's, number of years.
What's your favorite part of taking part?
Oh, the favorite part is getting ready, watching this guy get in makeup to get ready for the hot cameras that are here. Let me tell you, it took about 2 hours to get here. No, I'm only kidding. It was not. It was not. But it's because let me tell you, Gail Perry does an amazing job as CPA practice advisor. Yeah. Right? She puts this event on with obviously a lot of help from her staff. But it's full day streaming, 10 hours, live streaming CPE, one after another. And she's in there right now. She's in the studio, and she's live with another group.
We're on what, our third session?
Yeah, I think it's third session for the day. She's in there live, and it's being streamed. And they're having an amazing time in there. And she is back to back to back until the end of the day today. 10 hours later, that's when she's finally done. So I give her and CPA Practice Advisor a ton of credit for pulling this off. And just, I'm in awe. You sit out there, the thought leaders coming in here today.
Yeah.
You sit out there
in the room,
hanging out in the room, man. You guys are having a field day. You're talking to people, you're on Twitter and stuff, and Mr. Blockchain, and it's absolutely freaking crazy.
Amazing. I mean, even right now, it's hard to see the TV in the back. We've got Ed Kless,
Gary Boomer,
and Gary
and Greg Laflette from
I mean, three titans in the industry just kind of having a conversation about the profession. So it's amazing. If you didn't tune in live, they'll be posting media on their website and on YouTube as well. So check it out.
Yep.
So Jim, any final words before?
And I think of way in the future. And here with these two guys today,
Well, to your point, I think it's really that what's going to make us as a profession really powerful consultants and advisors is that financial background.
Yeah.
Because the other consultants, they lack that basic finance knowledge and understanding, which makes them a little more flash for substance.
Yeah.
And that's what's going to make us truly, it's hard for us to make that pivot. But once we do, that combination.
Right. It's that leverage and foundation. We have a foundation that others in this advisory space don't have. And that is so powerful, having that background of being CPAs and having that finance background.
Excellent. Well, Jim, thanks for stopping by today. Thanks for tuning everybody online. As always, remember, invest in yourself and take steps to change the world.